Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex. Welcome back to another video on All Tech. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing with you guys if 4K quality is even worth it in 2021. Should I keep rendering my videos in 4K quality? Let's get right into this. Guys, 4K is debatable whether or not people should upload it. If you guys don't know what 4K quality is, it's basically HD but twice as good, twice the amount of pixels as HD. So, there's 720p, then 1080. This is basically 1080 is HD, and so is 720, but 1080 is high definition. Okay, so 1080 times 2 is 4K, so twice as good. And in the last few videos on All Tech, I have been releasing these videos in 4K. I'm recording this video in 4K, but that may end soon. After comparing 1080p and 4K on my iPhone, there's no difference. Like, if anyone, which is a lot of you guys are watching this video on your iPhone, probably, or your Samsung, probably sitting on the toilet. I know what you're doing. I know you're on the toilet. You're gonna deny it, but I know you are. Or you're in your bed, just laying down watching this with no socks on, or you're watching it with socks on. I'm gonna stop being creepy. Okay, basically, is it worth it to export in 4K or even record in 4K when, number one, the computer I render with Premiere Pro isn't the best. It has 8 gigs of RAM and only a Core 2 Duo processor, Intel. No, it's not going to work. My Windows PC has 16 gigs of RAM with Intel Xeon. It's faster, but not too fast. With any monitor that's not 4K, it's going to be a struggle to export or even render it in 4K. It's just not going to look right. And then when I export it, it takes twice the amount of space. And it took me 30 minutes to render a 2-minute video the other day in 4K. It's crazy. Should I switch back and swing back to 1080p and record in 1080p? I'm going to be comparing a 4K video that I've recorded on All Tech compared to a video I recorded on my other channel called Craze. Most of the videos on there I export in 1080p, and record in 1080p because they're longer. But I'm gonna do a side-by-side comparison, or at least compare the two on my 4K television I have right above me in a separate video, and we're gonna see if it's even worth the better quality. Like I've noticed when I record in 4K on my iPhone, it's not that different compared to 1080. Let me show you. Okay, this is 1080p, 60 frames. Basically, I'm going to render out this whole video in 4K, but this is to show it's not that different. This is 1080p. The beginning of this video all the way up until, 20 seconds ago was 4K. And if you want, you can drop the video down to 1080 to see this quality. Is it worth it? I just switched back to 4K just now, but a little part of me wants to stick with 4K, hence why I just changed it back. Is it worth to sacrifice longer videos and shrinking them into like 4-minute videos like I've been doing? Or do you guys want HD and longer videos instead of 4K? No one really has a computer or even a phone that goes up to 4K. Maybe your monitor does. Most devices don't play back in 4K. They may record in 4K, but they don't show back in 4K. That's just because of the device you have. I just don't understand what the big hype is about. 4K is great, okay? But here's the thing. I want to say this really quick. 4K cinema quality is not the same as 4K on a phone. Do you guys understand? 4K, recording on 4K on an iPhone, it's not cinema quality. It could be, but it's not. And it's weird. Samsung's S21 Ultra, it says it's 8K. So 4K times 2. It looks the same. It looks even worse than this. And this is 4K. My iPhone only exports and records in 4K. How come the Samsung S21 doesn't look as good, but it's 8K? And, I think the reason is just because of marketing strategy. Apple says it's 4K because it's technically 4K. It can record in 4K, but it's just not the greatest. It's like the bare minimum. The fact that it takes the same amount of storage as, let's say, a really nice Sony 4K camera to export, it just doesn't make sense because this isn't as good quality at all. It's great quality, but it's not 4K, okay? Like, it's great and good enough to record a vlog, But if I want to actually record a cinematic movie, this won't do it. It doesn't even have manual zoom in, and the mic sucks. But I'm not about to just turn against Apple. They have great cameras. It's just not great for what I want to do it with. I'm not comparing Samsung versus Apple. I already did that. If you guys want to check it out, link will be down in the description below. But in the next video, I will be comparing 4K and 1080p on my 4K television. It's a 55-inch. So, yeah. And it was like 280 bucks. So, it's also the bare minimum of 4K. But we'll see. Let me know, guys, if I should crank these videos down back to 1080 or keep it at 4K when I export. There's also a lot of downsides and a lot of good stuff about 4K. It makes your video look good. If you see, if someone is searching for your video and it says 4K under it, like on the TV it says 4K under all these Alltech videos I recorded in 4K, people will want to watch that video because it's in good quality, you know? But is it quality or quantity you guys want? Do you guys want longer videos but also have good quality in 1080, or do you guys want longer videos but really good quality? And that's the thing. It's not really that different. Let me know, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And please subscribe. It would mean a lot. See ya.